Hello and welcome to our coverage of the WNBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Connecticut Sun as they go up against the New York Liberty. Thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Suniga here with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz.
And we're in the thick of the WNBA season now, fellas.
Yeah, this is when you start to feel those aches and pains. Second half of the season is when it catches up to you.
Yeah, and for the teams that come out on top, it's usually the ones that are able to persevere through those challenges.
Now here's Gray. Deladon outside. Wilson. Oh, and Han Shu says, get that out.
I love it whenever Shu uses her height to advantage on defense. An excellent swat.
Outside Howard. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Jewel Lloyd. Pass to Smith. Gray. She's guarded by Alaman. Now here's Gray. She's guarded closely. Clock at 6. Deladon. Wilson with it. She's covered by Hahn. Yep, that goes.
A smart player with good intangibles. Wilson's a consistent scoring threat whenever she's out on the court.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Howard inside. Deladon's there. There's a screen by Stevens. Howard with the ball. Deladon's there. And the three ball is good.
Most of the time, Howard is looking to score. But right there, she smartly gives it away to someone with a better shot.
And here's Gray. Pass to Deladon. To the paint. Wilson. On grabs the miss.
Her shooting numbers slipping this quarter.
Now here's Howard. Deladon covering. Howard, that's good.
Few players make interior scoring look as effortless as Ryan Howard does. She has got just such a fluid offensive game.
Now here's Gray. Pass to Deladon. Tries yet again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, with her 6'5" height and strength, Deladon, she's more than a scorer. She can take a hit and pour it in.
Outside Stevens. Hayes. There's a screen by Stevens. Inside. And stolen by Smith. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Liberty. Up top, Alaman. Back to Howard. Knocks it loose. Tries to keep it alive. Wilson in the post, guarded by Howard. Pass to Deladon. Five to shoot. Smith, she's guarded by Stevens. Second chance shot. Rebound New York.
Well, I'm going to say the defense got pretty lucky right there because she's going to make a lot more of those than she misses when she gets that much room.
Now here's Howard. Past Alaman. Fires it. No good from outside. Got the defender off her feet with the pump fake, but just couldn't knock it down. They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark. Chelsea Gray, here we go. Wilson with the bucket.
That's just run-of-the-mill for her. She's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Outside Stevens. Screen by Alaman. Left side Stevens. Out to Howard. Boots over Deladon. New York, no good that time either.
Well, she didn't have a hand in her face, so I thought she was for sure going to bury that.
Now here is Lloyd. She's started by Alaman. Left side Lloyd. Wilson in the post. On her. And they take the lead.
A bruiser in the painted area. Wilson also has a soft touch.
When you think about dominant players in the league, A'ja Wilson right now is the first person that comes to mind.
Well, her game really speaks for itself, doesn't it? And then you factor in all the awards, all the accomplishments, and like you said, she has to be at the top of your list.
Now here's Smith. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Gray outside. Pass to Deladon. Here's Lloyd. Gray right side. Over Stevens. And there's another one for the Sun.
What focus from Gray, a point guard by trade and maybe in the scorebook. She can also score without the basketball.
Now here's Alaman. 5 points in the game. Outside Howard. Hayes. Here's Hahn. Back to Hayes. Alema. Gray defending. Alema, good.
I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Gray with it. Pass to Deladon. Over Howard. Deladon, no good.
Even though she missed it, she couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, they don't come much easier than that.
Now here is Hayes. Stevens, that's good.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
Now here's Gray. Pass to Deladon. And she uses the glass on the layup.
Just so effective down low. Deladon's combination of touch and size from this area is lethal.
Now Howard. Back to Stevens. Off with the layup.
You see defenders afraid to get in her way a lot of times when she's on her way to the bucket, but not that time.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Gray outside. Deladon over Howard. Deladon gets the bucket.
You know, she's having a nice quarter, scoring with confidence.
The Liberty trail. Outside Howard. There's a screen by Stevens. Fires for 3. Does not score again, and that's her 4th miss against one mate.
She is going to buy herself a ticket to the bench if she keeps shooting like she has this quarter so far.
Pass to Deladon. Down low. Wilson. Yes, and it's Elena Deladon picking up the assist.
Very clever passing. She put that ball on a silver platter for her.
Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
To the inside. Out to Howard. Past Alema. Over Gray. And she sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
This quarter has brought out the best in her, and even though they're still trailing, she has been impossible to contain.
Now here's Gray. Here's Deladon. Here's Wilson. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
Shu picks up a foul.
So productive inside. Wilson is assertive down low and is always looking to make her mark.
And good on both. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Pass to Martin. Smalls.
She's guarded by Wilson. Basket counts.
I'll bet her percentage is pretty high from that range.
The Sun leading.
Now Heidemann.
Outside Evans. Pass to Hawkins.
Wilson.
With 1 on the clock, and it's in off the backboard. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Sun ahead, up 4. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And now, the second quarter just getting set to begin. And guys, what's your take on the Sun so far?
It's been a lopsided affair as far as rebounding goes through 1.
You want me to tell you what stands out in this game? I'll tell you what's standing out to me in this game. Look, as soon as the ball is hitting the rim, they're just crashing the glass. Solid job.
Now here is Lloyd. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Clock at 4. Jacks up a 3. Andalacini pulls it in. Outside Hayes to the middle. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and 1.
And she can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Lloyd up top, 3-pointer, sinks the 3-pointer.
Well, Lloyd loves to punish teams from downtown. She'll take that shot whenever she can.
Pass is on Andalacini. Hayes, covered by Lloyd. Now here is Hayes. And here's Andalacini. Here's Gustafson. Hawkins covering. And she makes that one.
And she should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody really paying much attention to her there.
And she converts the layup.
You can always depend on her to put that lead pass right on the money.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Outside Hayes. Pass to Andalacini. And here's Martin. Andalacini. Evans covering. Here's Hayes. Now Martin. With her first shot attempt. And it's Hayes missing.
That's too good a look to pass up there, despite the result.
Outside Evans. To the paint. Hawkins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dana Evans.
Oh, I love that vision, guys. What a great job threading that pass into the lane.
Timeout called the Liberty.
Well, Brian, her numbers may not pop out at you, but Dana Evans is a steadying presence at the point.
Absolutely. She makes good decisions. She excels at the pick and roll. She's got a reliable floater, and she plays aggressive on-ball defense.
Here's Martin.
No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Outside Hayes.
Pass to Martin. Gustafson with it.
Outside Hayes. Over Evans. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. On the wing, Jewel Lloyd. That one's in. Her first basket of the game. She is 1 for 2.
They've been playing very smart offensively in the first half. I think that's safe to say.
The numbers support that. They're shooting much better percentage from the field.
Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Andalacini. Pass to Hayes.
Martin.
Covered by Lloyd. Down low. Now Zandalasini. Tiffany Hayes on the wing. She hits it just before the shot clock expired.
I admire Hayes' vision. I mean, she's pretty much aware and alert of everything happening on the court.
Now here's Deladon. 6 points for her. Outside Lloyd. Takes the three. The rebound by the Liberty. Here's Zandalasini. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Hayes, covered by Lloyd. Now Zandalasini. Pass to Hayes.
Martin. And there's the whistle. It goes on Gustafson.
That is the first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Gray. 9-point game. Lloyd up top. Hawkins. And here's Deladon. Nice! 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Some defensive breakdowns happening now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these high percentage shot attempts, it's not going to get it done. They need to figure it out.
Here's Smalls. Pass to Zandalasini. Just 5 on the clock. Over Lloyd. And Zandalasini gets it to go.
Yeah, they're leaning on the mid-range shot right now. That's now 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
It's working. I mean, as long as the defense gives you space, just let it fly.
Now here's Gray. Deladon inside. That shot missing.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get her off balance.
Pass to Smalls. Out to the wing. And here's Zandalasini. Now Martin. Gray defending. Elbow shot. Rebounded by Jewel Lloyd.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the boards hard.
And that effort has really been the key to their lead.
Back to Gray. Hawkins to the inside. Deladon. The fadeaway J off the mark. The Liberty trail. Here's Martin. Looking for a first basket still in this one. Pass to Smalls. Rebounded by the Sun. Gray with it. And here's Deladon.
Covered by Gustafson.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot and will shoot 2 at the line.
And Deladon is someone her teammates love sharing the floor with. A selfless player that just wants to win.
That's also good, so she hits them both. And so it's New York with it. 11-point game. Pass to Alama.
Stevens, the screen.
Shot clock at 5. Now here's Howard. Deladon covering. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
She kind of short-armed that shot after doing a nice job of getting open.
Now Evans. Gray, she's guarded by Stevens. It's in and good for her 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And now we see them really working it inside.
Yeah, getting quality looks around the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now here's Alaman. 10 points for her. Pass to Stevens.
Shoots over Hawkins. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
There's a versatility to Stevens' jump shot that you don't ordinarily see in players her size.
Now Wilson.
Tiffany Hayes grabs the miss. Pass to Alaman.
Now here is Stevens. Hayes, Gray defending. There's a screen by Stevens.
Here's Hahn.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You know, they started the game shooting well from outside. I'm a bit surprised they haven't continued to test the hot hand from out there.
Yeah, test the hot hand. You're right. I say strap some wings on that basketball and let those triples fly.
That pass had a little bit too much heat on it for her to make a clean steal.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough catch for either of them. I mean, these are basketball players, not wide receivers.
Elena Deladon on the wing, guarded by Howard. 6 on the shot clock. They double team Elena Deladon. Lloyd gets the three-pointer to fall.
Unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and she's heating up.
Here's New York now. Outside Howard. Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by the Sun.
She's having all sorts of problems with her shot.
Yeah, the words ice and cold come to mind with the way she's shooting the ball.
Now here's Gray. Here's Deladon. Here's Wilson. And the layup is good.
Yeah, she's played an important role in her offense today. And really, without her, they might not have the lead right now.
Now here's Howard. Deladon covering. Now here's Howard. Here's the three. No good on that shot. And so that brings the first half to a close. Sun ahead, leading by 14. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. Getting back to the action now, it's been a one-team show so far, but we'll see if that changes. And you know, Asia Wilson has been really making it happen.
She broke out her entire arsenal of post moves in the first half, and every one of them was working.
Yeah, and I'm going to call her the magician because I think she might have even a few more tricks up her sleeve, and I think she's going to break them out as we start heading down the stretch.
And so here's Connecticut. Gray outside. The tray. Bangs home the trifecta.
A new age point guard Gray doesn't just handle the ball and pass the ball. She also hits it from deep at a crazy rate.
And for the #1 pick in the 2015 WNBA draft, it's safe to say that Jewell Loyd has lived up to the hype.
Loyd has been a steady, reliable scorer ever since she was selected with the top pick. Now in her 30s, she continues to be a key cog in this team's offense.
And first trip to the free throw line for her in this one.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
You know, Ryan Howard has got a good sense for finding her shots, and she is always ready to attack, which means the defense essentially has to watch her at all times.
And so she hits both. And here the Sun. The lead is 15. Now Gray. Pass to Wilson. Rebound New York. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Outside Stevens. Howard, Gray defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Stevens. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
And they have got to put a body on her, because otherwise, with her agility and athleticism, they're just not going to be able to contain her on the offensive glass.
Now here's Gray. He has 5. From deep. And it's Alama with the rebound. Up top, over Loyd, and the basket by Howard.
I love Howard's decision-making offensively, especially off the catch right there.
Outside Loyd, Wilson, count it.
Well, she's been reliable again today. They need her points, and she's providing them.
And here is Alema. She's got 10. Inside, Tiffany Hayes on the wing. Hits it from three-point range.
They're 3 of 4 to start the half.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Gray outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Loyd. The 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Oh, we are seeing why Loyd was dubbed the Gold Mamba. He's got the mentality to answer right back.
Outside Howard. Moves over Della Dawn. And Jewell Loyd pulls it down.
So many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one, Tim.
Yeah, Brian, their effort on the glass, it has given them the advantage. It's made a difference without question.
Now here's Gray. 5 points in the game. No coverage that time.
Strong mid-range game with the sound ability to get her shot off. Defenses have their hands full with Deladon.
Now here's Howard. Della Dawn covering. Pass to Stevens. And here's Hayes. To the paint. Howard. And that one drops for her.
And even against stiff interior defense, Howard stays committed. She never even thought about giving up on the play.
Now here is Loyd. She's got 9. Gray. Wilson outside. Launches a 3. Pass to Della Dawn. They double team Elena Deladon. Second shot opportunity, and she lays it in.
Great read by Wilson, a post who can move the rock. That is why you want Asia to have the ball.
And the Liberty call time here.
A challenging stretch for New York here. On the wing, Ryan Howard. Deladon covering. Pass to Stevens. She can't get it to go. Here's Lloyd. Here's Deladon. Back to Lloyd. Deladon. The three. Doesn't go that time. On offense, here the Liberty. Pass to Hayes. Howard. Out of bounds, it'll be Sun ball.
Sun ball. Substitution on the court.
Gray with it. She's got 5. On the wing, Dana Evans. Wilson outside. Lloyd. Kelsey Gray for 3. The rebound by the Liberty.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's going to bury the 3 when she's left all alone like that.
Hayes. Gray defending. Pass to Stevens. Just 5 to shoot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That's some nice work on the offensive glass.
Now here's Gray. Wilson with it. She's covered by Hahn. Outside Evans. There's the triple. That's good. And so Asia Wilson with the assist.
Oh, straight up, the defense, they cannot let Evans get breathing room, but this is going to happen from deep.
Passes on Dalasini. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball at one end with their own.
A 3-point battle starting to take shape here.
Now here's Gray. Here's Wilson. She's covered by Hahn. Back to Gray. Down low. Makes it off the glass.
And it's pretty hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats monitor, there's a stark discrepancy. When you look at the assist column, and you see that difference as far as fluidity in their respective offenses, too.
Now here is Hayes. Stevens, covered by Smith. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
And it's going to go on Alana Smith.
Yeah, I love seeing bigs like Stevens that shoot well from the free throw line. And to me, it's really just a testament to their quest for perfection. They want to have all parts of their game be efficient.
That one falls, so she hits both of them.
And Brian, teams always benefit from having a reliable veteran around, and Azurá Stevens definitely fits that mold.
Yeah, a seasoned player who has won a championship. Stevens knows what it takes to win at the highest level, and she can set the tone on the floor for her younger teammates.
And Connecticut has possession. It's a 13-point game. Outside Lloyd. Evans up top. Pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. Gray. And she banks in the layup.
Using a soft touch and a purposeful offensive approach, Gray's able to finish around the basket in a variety of ways.
Now here's Gustafson.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now Zondalasini. Martin. Gray defending. Here's Gustafson. And it's off from three-point range.
They've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers, too.
Yeah, it's been a gritty performance and a physical brand of basketball, but hey, that's how you win.
Bring your lunch pail.
Evans up top, covered by Gustafson. Outside Lloyd, three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dana Evans.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here because they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before.
As long as you're getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
Here's Martin. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. To the inside. 7-foot shot. Count it. Here's Gray. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Smith. Lloyd. Now Gray. 5 on the clock. From downtown. They get the rebound. Wilson can't hit. On offense, here the Liberty. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Martin. Now Zandalasini, covered by Lloyd. Now here's Gustafson. For three, drains the three-pointer. To the middle. It's stolen by Honshu. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Sun on top. They lead by 13. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments for our fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. Welcome back as the fourth quarter is right ahead. Not exactly a close contest here. Now Martin. Pass to Gustafson. And here's Zandalasini. The three is up. She can't get that one to fall.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason they have absolutely just controlled this game.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative for sure.
And it started out with the rebounding. It sets a tone.
Here's Martin. Gray defending. Pass to Zandalasini. Over Evans. Zandalasini can't get it to go.
Well, for what's a routine shot, she looked a little nervous on that release, wouldn't you say?
Chelsea Gray for three. The shot, no good.
Well, maybe she thinks she can shoot her way out of this cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Someone tell her it's time to give up the three.
And out of bounds, the Sun will take it. And so here's Connecticut. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. The high post shot, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
We've seen an obvious improvement out of her since halftime, and she just didn't really have a whole lot working for her in the first half.
Pass to Zandalasini. Here's Gustafson. Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it from 20. Tries again. Zandalasini can't get it to go. And Connecticut has possession. They lead by 17. To the inside. Releases. And it's Smalls with the rebound. And here's Martin. Gustafson down low. Deladon covering. Pass to Martin. And here's Zandalasini. They need this. rebound by Deladon. Gray outside. And here is Hawkins.
Covered by Gustafson.
Evans with it. New York with the rebound. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Here's Zandalasini. Gray defending. And Zandalasini gets it to go.
That is exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. She went for that pump fake. Hook, line, and sinker.
Back to Gray. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Deladon outside. Connects from three-point range.
Off the pass, in rhythm, good night. Elena Deladon is automatic. Such perfect mechanics on her shot.
To the paint. Here's Zandalasini. Good work there as it goes.
Back-to-back three-pointers for them. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Hawkins covering. Pass to Smalls. Now Zandalasini. Here's Gustafson. Here's Martin. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Deladon with it. Hawkins a screen. Lets it go from deep. Gustafson with the rebound. Here's Zandalasini. Evans covering. Pass to Gustafson. Zandalasini. Evans covering.
Now here's Gustafson.
Shoots the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
Something's brewing, guys, and it's not just the pot of coffee I put on. Their three-pointers just keep on dropping.
Oh, and that coffee you put on has been great. So thank you for that, Tim. Look, they've just had a great second half from long range. Things are definitely starting to look up for them.
You want cream and sugar?
Oh, I usually just drink it black, but thank you, Tim.
And the Sun making a change here. Now here's Gray. And right on through for another basket. She's got 5 made on 5 for 9 shooting. Now Lemon. Outside Hayes. There's a screen by Stevens. And Tiffany Hayes, here we go. And the rebound goes to the Sun. In transition, here come the Sun. Here's Smith. And a good offensive board, and she gets the bucket.
An intimidating interior presence. Smith uses her toughness to get her way down low.
Howard up top. Elena Deladon with the block. Pass to Gray. Inside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Liberty. And here is Howard. Pass to Lemon. Now here is Stevens. Covered by Smith. Fades away. Stevens, that's good.
With the fundamentally sound skill set, Stevens is able to create offensively.
Here's Lloyd. Gray. Smith outside. Down low. Here's Wilson. Honshu with some nice defense. Here's Lemon. Pass to Hahn. Howard. Deladon covering. Lemon with it. And stolen by Smith. Now here's Gray. She's guarded by Aleman. Gray outside. Now Deladon. Clock at 6. Goes back up. Wilson can't hit.
Unusual miss. Typically her skill on the inside trumps average defense.
Outside Howard. Shoots over Deladon. Again, the Liberty good for 2.
Tough distance, but you know what? Howard can hit it with ease.
Gray outside.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Lloyd. Back to Gray. The 3 ball. Doesn't go. Now shooting 50%. 5 makes, 5 misses. Aleman with it. Stevens. Alema. Gray defending. Now here's Aleman. Guarded closely. Over Gray. Here's on. Goes up again. Elena Deladon with the rebound. And so here's Connecticut. It's a 16-point game.
Don't give her space! Don't give her space!
Gray outside. To the paint. Wilson laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Might as well tack a few more points in the lead, I suppose. This is going to be a dominant win for them.
Dominant is the right word for it, Tim. This one was about as one-sided as it gets.
One-way traffic, jeez.
Stevens with it. Gray picks her up. Good on the shot. Gray with it. Pass to Wilson. Honshu with some nice defense. And it's New York's ball. Now here's Aleman. And here's Hayes. Knocks down the 3 ball. Now Gray. 3 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Wilson sets a screen. Pass to Deladon. Over Howard. And the basket by Deladon.
Smart play by Deladon to use the pick. She scores almost every way possible.
The Sun taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them, and this building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
That's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give